Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's video. This video is going to be different to normal videos that I have here. I will be recording 31 games of Fortnite, and I will be dropping at every single name location except for Retail Row. I couldn't get to Retail Row before the season kicked off. Now there will be a few people around here, and the other thing that you should note before we get started in this game is that I will be jumping between post commentary and actual game commentary. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into game number 1. Game number 1, I dropped towards Salty Springs, and I tried to get someone else to pick the location, but I didn't. Starting with Salty Springs was gonna be interesting to see how it would play. I hover up and get ready to make the drop. Later on into the game, I get into the basement of the blue house, and while looting up, I go into unmute someone from the PlayStation party that I was in, as I kept being asked. And then, after I've unblocked him, I loot the ammo box and spin around, and there is company. We both are horrible with our shotgun aim. He sets up a trap, and so I duck into cover, and a very unique shotgun battle ensued, resulting in me getting the kill, left on 5 HP. I knew that I was probably screwed. While on the way to leave, I get run into by a soccer skin and one-tapped in the face, ending game number 1. Game number 2, I went to Fatal Fields, thanks to the recommendations of one of the friends in my party.
Hey, what's that AC/DC song? Is it Smoke on the Water?
I had a brief conversation about music before ending up in the little trenches before ending up in the corn. Delicious corn. I then light this guy up till he's so low, and I don't know what happened to him. Someone else must have killed him or something. But I am devastated about this information.
I got someone
So I then leave towards the good old barn in Fatal Fields with nothing but a shadow bomb and a grey SMG. After a little bit, I managed to secure a pretty decent pump shotgun, and I managed to get into a gunfight with a unique skin combo. I get the first shot off him, leaving him really low, but we both miss really weird shots. He hits me, then I hit him again and again before lasering him down with a submachine gun. I then get hit from behind, and this guy, and so I managed to evade the combat for a little bit, and then regain the high ground. So I then popped off a couple mini shields, and I had 1 kill, so I was happy with this game. This would be 2 kills in 2 games. I then see this guy and light him up. I hit him hard and finish him off, but he doesn't give me much of an upgrade. So I then reload all my guns and everything and go, and I leave Fatal Fields. Leaving Fatal Fields was the best decision I had to make, and partially because I was heading towards Salty Springs. I pocket up a couple apples, allowing me to gain HP before leaving.
I've got 2 kills, some pretty good loot.
Nice. I've got 0 kills and it's bleeding heart.
Yeah, if people want to join me in oh god.
How about I don't go that way? Let's go see what's happening in Salty. I already hear gunfire.
Coming to Salty Springs might have been the worst thing that I could have ever done in this game.
Build battle on the spire.
I noticed some building up on the top of the...
There's build battles everywhere.
On top of the spire,
shot at.
and there is also someone shooting at me. So I try to move myself into a position where I am ready to kill. However, this is where I meet my end.
He hits me once, twice, 3 times, and I am down and out
I'm
of the
gonna
count.
to game 2.
I am extremely disappointed at this result, but this is one of the best games.
Game 3 was played with NZCR7. One of the most average players I have ever had in any Fortnite game ever. This is game number 3. We're getting there pretty well. We land neo-tilted. So tilted towers. I'm so used to saying neo-tilted. So I have some pretty good stuff. Or what's left of this
And
building.
I am ready to get involved with some gunfights already. My man's popping the chug jug, and he is just about finishing that chug jug.
Gunfire.
And I notice this guy, and I don't take a shot. This
not
man has
engage.
almost finished his chug jug, and he just does, and then he gets attacked by a guy with a pickaxe. I
Got
take
one.
the first guy down, and I finish him
gone.
off. And then the second guy, I finish off with a shotgun
Got him.
blast.
You got this, LB.
I
Take it down.
had 2 kills before he even was off
And
the
I got the kill.
starting
YOLO.
gun. I then don't shoot that guy again, and while I'm moving
Come
up
here,
to
boy.
save him, useless! I go up the stairs to try
Here's
and
an AR.
save the man's, but unfortunately when I build up to him, he expected it. 1, 2, 3,
Damn.
dead. Just
Let me just stop
like
doing that.
that. Game number 4. I went to Sunny Steps with NZCR7, who was AFK for the vast majority of the battle buses transit across the map. However, I was 100% ready to get involved in a gunfight. This is actually one of the longer games that I got involved in, as the most of, if not all of this game was spent running around looking for someone to kill. We did get a couple kills each, but NZCR7 once again proved that he was useless in a gunfight. Here is the first kill that I secured during this gunfight, and I got this one incredibly low. Like, it even looks like I got the kill there, but I didn't. And so yeah, my duo partner was a little bit retarded and forgot to learn about the rest of the... Yeah, he couldn't find bandages, even though they were all over the place.
We're in a good position.
And Zombot Gamer decided to try and get us to commit self-die during this gunfight.
I need a... You know what? I have an SMG, so let's grab the gliders.
I was really ready to get into a gunfight. However, unfortunately, later on, there was NZ got involved in a gunfight that we didn't want to be involved in.
Lies. Lies. You know
Help.
lies.
I was caught in a bad situation.
Lying. Oh,
While reloading my... Oh. NZ went down again. It's okay. It's okay. He's useless.
I know there's one.
Moving on. It was a 1v1.
That's why I mistake.
Well, at least I knew it was one that I knew of. He had a rocket launcher and blew me up. That was an unfortunate game.
Before Game 5 began, I got given a gift of Electro Swing
Yo.
from Zombot Gamer 2004.
Thank you, my man.
This was extremely unexpected, and you can see it in my voice.
15 minutes. Oh crap.
Logan. You didn't have to do
When's
that.
downtime?
So I was quite happy when he gave me this gift, and I was more than happy to throw it onto my emote wheel to use
Why do you only have 15
frequently.
minutes? Do you have to get off?
So now there's me, NZCR7, and Zombot Gamer 2004. This game can be summarized extremely quickly.
Tears in my eyes.
Hi, I have on my list
actually tears in
of
my eyes,
tracked
Logan.
games, We Sucked. And you
I
can
don't
see
know.
why. I died.
It's been so long.
Got hammered into the dirt.
It's a soccer referee, good luck.
And then the rest of my team,
I'm sure Logan can do
NZ
it.
had a deagle. And then Zombot Gamer went down not too long after that. I mean,
I'm confident
was
in
a-
your ability.
this was a very indefinite game. We died. My reboot card expired. Logan's
Good aim.
expired too. And we died. Game 6 is an interesting game.
Fair enough.
We went Lucky Landing.
But imagine like
And this was
imagine
interestingly
like our
enough
team name be
the
like BAD.
only game
My name's
in
fine.
which one of the few games in which I didn't get any
Our
kills.
team name could be like Team BAD.
And we were discussing making an epic team.
Sometimes to eight.
Later on, I managed to save people and resurrect
I'll get Logan
Zombot
up.
Gamer. See, I'm being helpful here. I didn't let the loot dazzle my eyes, and I pulled my teammates back together, and I helped. There was a lot of gold stuff here that I could have taken, but I didn't. And it was
I
probably
wanted to
for the
follow.
better I didn't. Thankfully,
Oh.
I grabbed the grenade launcher. However, by the end of it, Logan went. Okay, we were all down. It was just an unfortunate end to an unfortunate game. We died. Thanks, Short Toaster. Game 7 was an interesting game. We had to deal with a couple issues, and we went Haunted Hills, so it was going to be a very slow game.
I'm gonna mute people so I can hear.
So, yeah, we had a bit of a problem with a mouse. And I ended up having to go AFK and ended up dying in the circle. Here you will see the chaos that's about to ensue.
Houston, we have a problem! What? There's a mouse in your room. Where? It just ran behind the TV. What do you want me to do about it?
So I died. And jumping to the end, it was a bad situation. Poor NZ was on the other end of the circle, and he died.
They're the last doer. Everyone else.
I stuffed up for Game 8. In Game 8 we went Junk Junction, but unfortunately all I have is this clip of me landing at Junk Junction. NZ went block, we died at the block, it was an unfortunate game. This was the last game of Season 8. Apart from that, there wasn't really much I can say, because I don't have much of this game. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Game 9 was recorded at the beginning of Season 9. Wasn't that ironic? But unfortunately, we dropped Mega Mall at the first day of Season 9. What'd you expect? There wasn't an awful lot to do. We were trying to find a glitch.
Kill people.
It didn't work. So I tried to build up to try and go to the main part of the mall, but I failed building everything. And you can see it here. So I'm going to get materials, and hopefully I could get behind that guy without him noticing. He didn't. I was downed. Then NZCR7 decided to get him an evolve, and I didn't notice that Boss Nunu was really low. So there's now NZCR7 and General NW. But there goes NZ. And he gets finished. 1-2 pump. And then there I go. And so now we have one down, and we have General NW left to turn and pick up the work. So he draws his pickaxe and tries to bludgeon him. Didn't work.
How does that work?
Game 10, I went Neo-Tilted. And I'm dead. Yeah, this was a very quick game.
And of course,
I got deleted out of this game. Game 11, I was messing around with the new slipstreams that were introduced to this season. I really like the slipstreams. You can get everywhere and anywhere with these things, as long as they're near one. And they're also really fun to bunny hop out of, like you see me do here. However, unfortunately, as I was rolling into Loot Lake, I had a really late drop. And so, of course, I was going to get fucked over. I got fucked over badly with nothing but a green AK. This game was already going to go up the crapper. So I loot this chest, and I don't even know what happens here. This guy comes at me, and I've swapped weapons, and so I died. That was unfortunate. Right. Game 12 starts off with getting the new battle pass before going to Paradise Palms. No more pump shotguns. We didn't need them anyway.
Always land on the gun.
So I grabbed a tactical shotgun, headed downwards, and oh lord, they are everywhere. So I'm running over to this house to see if I can grab a couple quick, easy kills. There's the guy in there, bam, bam, he's gone. Then there's that guy, and he liquefies my health bar. I'm just dead, and that's the game. This one's gonna be quick. So, I go to pressure plant, but I stuff up the drop and end up landing on one of the floating islands. After dicking around for a minute, I hear that chest and I get out of there. So I'm now down in pressure plant and I'm having a good old nosy around. Here's the chest with the new combat shotgun, and I ding-dong the default. I don't even know what his plan was there, but he got ding-donged.
My man.
There was a lot of loot.
Legendary.
However, I stuff up. He knows I've shadow bombed and he's pretty good at predicting where I am. He fires blindly, and I, instead of getting out of pressure plant, try and rush him with a shotgun from this far.
101
Yeah,
damage after the shadow.
that was never going to work. The next game takes place at Shifty Shafts. Though there definitely isn't an awful lot to take place, nothing happens. This is the most of what I do. Try and impulse grenade around, and even then I still kinda suck at it. However, yep, so I'm collecting up the bandages and stuff, and this game is a very slow game. Not much happens here, and the circle definitely wasn't in my favor. I decided electively that was a good idea. And so I leave. I leave Shifty Shafts with some pretty half-decent loot. I'm taking the slipstreams here. They are great to float around in. Definitely one of the best new additions to the game. You can go from one place to the other in the span of 20 seconds. It's lovely. You can see there's a track that follows all the way around the map, and it gives us that train thing that Reddit has been asking for God knows how long. Yeah, it was really good. However, sometimes they just don't load till you're almost up their ass.
For once I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I was doing okay and heading through down to Fatal Fields. This was never going to end well.
And
I legitimately had no clue what was going on. I had drum gunned two people so low, but they got away in Fatal Fields. And you'll see in a minute, it devolves into a clusterfuck. So we get to Fatal Fields, as you see right now. And I've got some pretty decent loot. I've got a scoped AR, I've got a grenade launcher, I've got a combat shotgun, I've got a AK. And so I float gracefully down to here. Here's where things go southwards. That guy shoots me first, so I launch a grenade into my own structure to try and bait him. I then shoot him again, and he died.
Unsurprising.
No kills, no nothing, just dead. This clip is so short, I don't even need to do much clipping and cropping to get this one. So I'm going to the block, as you can see here. I'm flying in. I see the chest on the top of the building. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I'll get it before that guy, because that guy's way too high. I land in, loot the chest. And then I am dead. He grabbed the AR, I grabbed the chest. Like, there was no way in hell that was going to end in my favor. Next up, we have Lazy Lagoon. And holy shit, this was the slowest game I have ever played. I didn't have to leave Lazy Lagoon until I was in top 10. Let's jump to the end. I'm in a box. He's shooting me, and that's a P90, and I'm dead.
Did well.
So, yeah, that's the end of that. Definitely one of the less favourable scenarios to end up in. So, this game I ended up going to Lonely Lodge. I had electorally decided that I was interested in going here, even though this is game 17 out of God knows. But yeah, 21 games in all. Not bad at all. However, I get in this bad situation.
Let's lose him.
This fucking sweat was tailing me down. Let's skip to the end, because we don't need to. I'm just gonna cut through to here. He kills me. Tried to aim for the thing and went. It was very unfortunate how poorly that ended up. So,
Hopefully we don't get that much company.
in all honesty, I don't really know what the fuck happened
Why
here.
did Snobby not get renamed?
Snobby Shores just didn't fucking happen.
Like literally.
Snobby Shores, I really like this place, though I don't come here often. So this was near the end of it. There are 4 more games after this.
Never mind, we have company.
There was someone up on the roof, and I had grenades. So this was a pretty bad situation. However, I got the chest there. Don't worry about it, I got a gun. The question is, would I be able to kick the shit out of this person that has any range of weapon? I always go into every gunfight assuming that they have everything that I have and more. This was an interesting scenario.
Right, an entirely grey loadout.
I was very unhappy about this loadout. I walk past a fucking combat shotgun!
Let's get some blue in our life.
Oh no, it's a shield pod. Yeah, there, right there, you hear someone hit the ground.
Gunfire.
There was another gunfight going on here. There were
Not dead. Okay, we're good.
plenty of people landing here.
Hey, Dan. There's someone here.
So I run in upstairs to try and find him, and he gets around me. I hit him for 92. I know he's running.
Oh no.
And he very nearly turns me into candy custard.
I feel bad for last thing I need.
Thanks to some footage corruption. So the end of that game I died. Games 19, 20 and 21 are unable to be loaded into the editing software I'm running. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I died in all 3 of them. Oh no, game 19 was Team Rumble, so we managed to win that. And yeah, so I'm really sorry about it. It's just how it turned out. But let's move on to the final game, game 22, Dusty Divot. So this was also played in Team Rumble. It's the last place that I have to go. Because the last 3, 19, 20, and 21 were Happy, Polar, and Frosty. So I knocked out the entire bottom left region, leaving only Dusty. I ended up on one of the sky platforms and was taking pot shots at people with a boombo. I was trying to do a challenge, and I figured that this would be the easiest way to do it. And I walk off the cliff. Here's a little bit of help, kids. Don't walk off your sky platform. That guy decides to join the company and he gets absolutely destroyed. This was a very well played game. I think all members of the teams played pretty well here, and it was just unfortunate that they just generally had better people. Like we were camping up there was really nothing we could have done. But unfortunately, we
That's the end of that game.
we did lose it, unfortunately.
Touchdown.
But I was going down emoting. So, as the enemy team won the game, I was electro swinging my way to victory. Or defeat, as it would be. I was 100% happy with how this turned out. This was a very long video in the making. This took over the span of 3.5 weeks. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you later, you bloody idiots.